was by going in. Danny Holmes. Doherty had taken the corner. Danny Holmes again. Coney! Oh. How did he get a shot in there? With difficulty and with a bit of pain perhaps as well. Compton. Here's Mickey Holmes. He's not shirked his responsibilities in midfield. Rowbotham. And Coney sharing the collective burden here, having very nearly contributed his second goal of the night.
The ball comes in. I think there's a bit of a ricochet there. Yeah, it's like a block tackle and it comes out with Dino. He's quite lucky.
Square of shoulders and strong of heart. It's sad that his injury finished his full-time days when he was with Norwich City. Previously, of course, with Queen's Park Rangers as well as Fulham. Well, Torquay really looking to the likes of Loram. Oh, what a cross!
Another great ball, but there's no one in on the far stick. Everyone's looking at each other there. Someone's got to make the decision to go, and, you know, them chances have got to be taken. It's a fabulous cross, a great little turn. Just clips it over the defender's foot. There's no one there.
That wouldn't be out of place at any level of the game. Took his teammates perhaps by surprise. Compton! Well, they were moving in with real menace then, Elliott and Compton together, as they have done often at set pieces.
It's been the story of the game, really. It's just inches away from... There we go. Just comes off the defender's back. It's just been the vital inches in the boxes. And Farnborough taking their chances, and Torquay haven't had a lot of luck.
But they still have time, particularly if they could pick up a goal here. Colcom. Horton miskicks. Elliott can lay it off to Holmes. And Mickey Holmes goes on and on. And, oh, really took the legs away from Wayne
I think it was his legs.
That hurt.
Don't rub them, count them.
But it was, again, the sense of purpose that Torquay really need to show, and it was Mickey Holmes who was providing it. Until the unfortunate Wayne Stemp.
I've heard that before, and I can assure you that does hurt.
Took the sting out of the path of the ball.
There's no spray that gets rid of that either.
And when it happens, it's amazing how many of the other characters around the injured player are laughing. Oh, how did Wigmore get that off the line? He did. Power was lax for once. He thought it had gone out of play. Rowbotham, Torquay getting nearer and nearer. But they still haven't scored, and Jim Wigmore...
It's all under control. He says all under control. I think that's the first mistake he's made in the edge umpire. Comes over, oh, just slipped through the fingers. Oh, 9 inches.
Well, it was a phenomenal clearance when you look at it again. It seemed that Torquay just had to knock the ball over the line from an inch. But Jim Wigmore had other ideas. Here's Hall. Rowbotham. Holcomb's in the centre. Sean Joyce is there as well. Now Hall. He's got the better of Baker this time, and Power knocks it down. Horton gets a foot to it, clears the ball, loses a boot in the process. Baker is down hurt. These are difficult times for Farnborough, even though they're 2-0 to the good. And Baker's playing everybody onside. He's now got off the pitch. The referee's let the game go on. This is Doherty. He's got to be careful not to be penalised for holding the ball then. And Power finally able to make a catch with relative comfort.
They're just getting penned in that last third. I think they're lacking a little bit of experience here.
And it's worth another look at the incident here. The ball
bounces onto the bar,
runs along the bar, certainly doesn't go over the line.
And look at that long leg come out there, eh? It's coming to use tonight a few times.
Yes, he's not a stylish player, but he's very effective, and one of these defenders, it must be quite painful to play against. He's all arms and elbows and knees and long legs, as you say, and mightily effective.
I think the two of them in the central defence have played very well tonight. They're the ones who've been under most pressure. Them and John Power in the goal, obviously. They're going to need him for this last little bit of the game.
Well, that's praise indeed, coming from a First Division defender of some reputation, Tony Gale, who's kindly joined us tonight to do a bit of scouting for West Ham, as well as a bit of commentating as well. Keith Baker has to go off. And the game will restart here with the throw to Farnborough, down to 10 men momentarily. Colcom. Danny Holmes trying to be dogged in his defending here, but he missed the ball, and Colcom has got past him. Scott Colcom for Torquay, and the cross again, not quite what Wes Saunders would have been craving for at this stage. And Loram's angle header again could have produced a goal, and perhaps should have done.
Colcom done great again to get down the line, but there was no one on the far post. They all seemed to get running under the ball. This is the little glancing header here. They had very difficult chances, them ones, but they'll be disappointed he didn't get on target there, Mark Will. It's been vital. I mean, when they have got to the line and got their crosses in, the qualities have been quite good, but, you know, the forwards all seem to be making the same runs. Not one near and one far. And indeed, you know, most of the balls seem to have ended up at the far stick, and there's no one there.
Well, problems for both full-backs. Right back, Wayne Stemp has now got to go off to get the cut staunched there. Baker has come back on, but he's not moving with total freedom. This, perhaps, is the real chance for Torquay. We're into the last quarter of the game, if it's finished in the 90 minutes. It's Dobbins who's made a long run. Joyce, away by Wigmore, but Reid and Coney haven't been able to hold it up regularly enough. They haven't really been given any sort of service to do that, in truth. Torquay dominant in midfield, Loram prepared to shoot from anywhere. Wayne Stemp wanting to get back on.
It was a good opportunity for Mark Loram there. He turned well, but then he just needed to slide it in alongside the forward there in his path. But again, they're just getting a little bit hasty, and a snapshot was probably the wrong option there.
Reid, it's Simon Reid. Doherty's in the middle. Here he is! A third goal that surely means the third round of the FA Cup for Farnborough Town.
Again, the quality was all the difference there. Simon Reid getting down the line. And a lovely little chip in for Doherty, and it was a relatively easy task to put it in. But he did it well. But again, the quality of finishing, Farnborough's has been much better than Torquay's, when you would expect it to be the other way around, really.
The barrier collapsing behind the goal, such enthusiasm there. They've built extra terracing for tonight's game. And Mick Doherty, who's travelled all the way down from Liverpool to play tonight. Well, it's a long journey back, but it'll fly by with memories of a goal like that, set up clinically by Simon Reid.
Simon Reid done so well. Having got to the byline, he just paused, took his time, had a little look up. Mick Doherty was in the middle there, and it was a well-executed little chip. So easy to rush your chip there and muck it up, but he took it really well. And as I say, Mick Doherty, relatively easy chance, but he put it away well.
Well, the record signing, £6,000 he cost from Runcorn. And now the game cannot be restarted until the referee is happy with what's happened behind the goal, and sadly there do seem to be one or two casualties from that barrier collapsing. Ted Pearce has gone across himself to link up with the referee, and let's hope that there's nothing here to spoil what really is a glorious night for Farnborough Town. There's going to be a substitution in the delay, and Dwayne Darby comes on to replace Sean Joyce.
I think that's Mick Doherty's role in this team. His role is to play just behind the strikers, and when they do get beyond, to make that run beyond them. And he was in well there. He timed his run perfectly.
Well, with one eye on what's happening behind the goal to the right, the game goes on. And here's Hall. Out comes Andy By again with another of those well-judged challenges. (3-0 to Farnborough. Coney. And Torquay, I'll have to call upon all their professionalism. Paul Compton, who was sent off against Brentford on Saturday in that explosive episode involving John Uzel and his horrific injury. One of 3 players, 2 from Brentford, also went in the same game. But Torquay need to retain their professionalism in dire trouble now. And his Broom, 4-0. Brian Broom. It's a rout.
Bad marking in the Torquay defence there. 2 free headers. Just a normal crossing, far post, all on his own, heads it back. And there he is, all on his own in the middle. I mean, that is bad defending.
Well, Farnborough's FA Cup is running over here.
There you go, 2 free headers. A little loopy header into the corner there.
They've never been in the 3rd round before, but they're going forward with 4 goals to their name against 3rd division opposition. Here come Torquay. And who's there helping out but Coney, who's been such an influence in attack. The first goal, as we said at the outset, was always going to be crucial here to set the tone for the evening. Dean Coney supplied that.
I spoke to Dean before the game, and he said his mum was watching at home on the telly, and he said just to give her a little mention. So Joyce, I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you down at West Ham by the looks of it.
Well, let's go down to the touchline with Eddie Hemmings.
And there's a man here, I think, who might well get the freedom of Farnborough tonight. Ted Pearce, what a night for you.
Well, it's going well so far, but we're only 3/4 of the way through the game. We've done magnificently, and it's not over to the 90th minute, as we found at Torquay a week ago last Saturday. The game's not over to the 90th minute, but it is a very good position to be in, and I'll be very disappointed if we don't go through now.
Well, you were only 1 up then, you're 4 up tonight. You must be thinking of West Ham now.
Well, I'm thinking about it, and I've been thinking about nothing else since the draw's been made. But we've still got to win this tie, and hopefully, if we can just keep our heads now, just keep our heads and not give anything away, we'll be there.
Thanks, Ted.
Well, you can understand Ted Pearce just being slightly less than full celebratory mood, but if Torquay get out of this, well, we'll be talking about it forever. 15 minutes to go, and it's Farnborough Town of the GM Vauxhall Conference 4, Torquay United of the 3rd Division 0. Corner to Torquay. Oh, and By for once has misjudged Elliott. Nothing going for them. Maybe now. A goal from Mickey Holmes. 4-1.
Maybe Ted Pearce was right, eh?
It's certainly some deserved reward for Torquay United. And Mickey Holmes at the far post had only a tap in.
It was a great strike by Elliott there. Done well to get it back across the box. And for once they're on the end of it. There you go, 4-1.
So it's 4-1. An extraordinary night in the second round replay, and you're seeing every kick of the ball live on Sky Sports. Here's Paul Hall. Elliott will stay forward. Well, however traumatic it is for Torquay, and I don't think you can overstate that, at least the players haven't thrown in the towel. After Farnborough have given really a first-class display of finishing to ruin the intentions of Wes Saunders' team. Here's the scorer of the Torquay goal, shaping for a long throw, Mickey Holmes. Looking for the combined attentions of Compton and Elliott. Coney clears only as far as Hall. Up goes Wigmore again. Elliott is there by sheer force of numbers. And it's another one, Rowbotham. Well, the comeback is well and truly underway. Darren Rowbotham guided it in.
Again, they're on the end of things there. You know, they haven't been all the game, and then all of a sudden they're showing a bit of commitment to get on the end of the ball in the area, in the 6-yard box. And they've got 2 goals out of it. I mean, he's made a big difference. Elliott, since he's come up in attack, look, causing problems, and here it comes across the box and on the end of it again.
Rowbotham leaning in, guided it. As Loram had the shot, that was going wide. It was Rowbotham who made sure it was a goal. And Ted Pearce's words now are looking particularly relevant. No wonder he wasn't totally relaxed.
I think maybe Torquay should have started with Matthew Elliott up front from the beginning. He's causing all kinds of problems. He's very good in the air. He's a big, strong boy.
So it's cut back to 2 now, and there are 12 minutes to go. And that will suddenly seem a long time for Farnborough Town. Hall. And Farnborough all night have looked stronger in attack than they have in defence. Hall again.
Should have kept the ball there.
Here's Dobbins. We've had 4 goals in 9 minutes, 2 in 2 minutes for Torquay, when they seem to be dead and buried. Hall. It's another corner. Loram's gone across to take it. Suddenly the mood here really has changed. There's anxiety around the ground. It's attacked well by Wigmore, but Farnborough can break again. Doherty. Danny Holmes running off the ball well. Doherty opted to keep it, which wasn't the right decision as it turned out. There wasn't an easy ball for him infield, to be fair to the Farnborough number 7.
I think his option was to play it down the line there. I have to try and get the ball down in the corners here and keep the ball. A little bit of experience needed.
Elliott. Wigmore. Well, the part-timers are talented players, but the hardened professionalism perhaps isn't there. How will they cope? Dean Coney will be an important influence for them. Well, they're trying to play to their strengths again, and Horton felt he was impeded then. It's a memorable night, one way and another. Rowbotham. The spare man here is Scott Colcombe. Is he going to try a shot himself? He's looking a little give and go with Elliott. Doherty. Here's Reid, who scored 1 and made 1. Torquay gambling in their tackling now, and suddenly things starting to break for them. And Colcombe gets in behind Danny Holmes. Wigmore has been a rock there. Coney If he can get this down, they can build from this with Reed. It's a run on for Simon Reed. And Paul Holmes with a marvellous tackle in the circumstances. Farnborough feeling that their best way to relax now is to get another goal. Horton might be able to supply it. And he was looking to see the positioning of the goalkeeper.
That last attack was a great bit of control by Dean Coney on the halfway line here, and just played it over the top of the defence. At the moment, Torquay are pushed up and they're so flat, they've got to really chase the game. Farnborough should be playing the balls over the top of the fullbacks here, and as I said, trying to keep the balls in the corner.
Oh, Simon Reed with another probing run here. And Paul Holmes, technically, I suppose, tackling with his wrong foot, but he did the job.
Very good tackle.
And then after that, Jamie Horton got the better of Wayne Dobbins, and I think was looking to clip it over a goalkeeper who was starting to come out, and he didn't connect as cleanly as he would have liked.
Just stumbling, I think, as he was going onto the ball, but I think he chose the right option there. It was on to chip the keeper into the far corner, but he's just lacked a little bit of the quality and a little bit of composure. He's played well tonight, though.
The first 20 minutes or so were a bit disappointing here. Since then, it's been an absolutely first-rate cup tie, and you sense that the drama isn't absolutely over yet. Doherty. Holmes, can Reed get to it? He's got a good first touch. And he held the ball cleverly to get the foul and to use up a bit more time.
Yeah, he's done very well. That's what they've got to do. Just try and keep the balls in the corner. Give the defence a little bit of respite back here.
There's 7 minutes left on the watch, but there must be extra time on top of that for injuries and for the stoppage when the barrier collapsed behind the goal. Came behind Coney. And Hall can only run it out of play. Not many teams 4-0 down with some 15 minutes to go would have made a fight of it, but Torquay United have certainly done that. And they'll take some credit out of the game, even if, as should happen, they lose. But we're making no predictions here. Horton. But we've consistently shown you on Sky Sports that the FA Cup doesn't start with the third round. There's so much drama and entertainment in the competition before the major sides come in, and you are witnessing a perfect example of that tonight. Oh, Jamie Horton just rolling the ball away and getting told off by the referee for doing that. And Ted Pearce now is looking at his watch with great regularity.
Just took the sting out of Torquay now after that little two-goal burst. They've done well to keep the ball up here in these corners. Just took the sting out of the game a little bit.
Compton. Anticipated well by Doherty. Step. And Reed jumping with his arm up, and a little bit of an elbow showing then. Free kick rightly given, quickly taken. Dobbins, get it in the penalty area and see what happens. Ought to be the message really for Torquay now. There's been enough nerves there even before the goal came for the full-time side. Beaten by Elliott. And the long legs again of Jim Wigmore. I think it's become a favourite of Tony Gale's tonight.
I think he's done great tonight. He may look ungainly, but he's certainly effective, and a couple of times showed a little bit of composure on the ball. So the two central defenders have done very well.
Andy Bye alongside Wigmore. Here he is, having a happier fortune tonight than when he played against Fulham a couple of years ago when he got sent off in the FA Cup. Horton might pick a way through here. Oh, it was too hot for Gareth Howells to hold initially. And the goalkeeper in pain every time he kicks the ball. That hasn't been a factor in the way he's been beaten 4 times tonight, though. Such a clean field to Farnborough's 4 goals. Dobbins. Oh, and Loram, and here's Colcombe, 4-3. 3.5 minutes to go. Wes Saunders wonders whether a miracle is about to unfold here for Torquay United.
That's really set it out now for a grandstand finish. The ball comes over and miss it in the area. Yeah, just the 2 of them miss it. He's there to drive it in the corner. They've just got to get the ball in the box really for the last 4 or 5 minutes. And just hope that they get on the end of something. And for Farnborough, really, they'll be having a double panic now.
Well, particularly given the way the first match finished at Torquay, when the prize was snatched from their grasp, and that was at 1-0. And Mark Loram produced a rabbit from the hat from Torquay, but what a showing from them in the closing stages here. In sheer desperation, they've found an edge to their football that was lacking for much of the night, although they had plenty of the ball, and has been lacking for much of the season. One eye on the game, one eye on the watch. That's the way it is from now on. Hall. Oh, and a great relief for Farnborough. Paul Hall's teammates livid with him then after he'd made a very incisive dart and couldn't deliver a cross or a shot.
It's a great little run, took him back past 2 or 3 players there. Again, just a little bit of composure needed. But it's hard to be composed when there's only 4 minutes left and you need a goal desperately.
I bet you're glad you came.
I'm freezing.
Farnborough, who are 4-0 up with 11 minutes to go. And now here's Horton. Doherty. Farnborough might have the last word here. Dean Coney has hit the outside of the netting after Doherty had teed it up for him.
It's a great bit of skill by Doherty there. Fainted to go on the outside and then reverse pass into Dean. He should have hit the target there, really.
Will that be costly? Here's Dobbins. Elliott is there. Elliott again. Can he walk it in? No, it's a corner. These are heart-stopping moments for both sets of supporters. Torquay being urged on by their gallant travelling band. It could yet be extra time. Elliott, that's going wide.
That could so easily have gone in. You can see Matthew Elliott. He's given his all tonight, and he was choked there.
In the last quarter of an hour of the game, Torquay United have made such a substantial contribution, but we're all on the edge of our seats here. Back from Baker, as though it was still 4-0. It's stoppage time now, and Paul Durkin will decide. Dobbins. Torquay roll the dice again and hope that the number comes up. Elliott very nearly squeezed it through. Ted Pearce said at 4-0 he didn't feel home and dry, and how right he was.
A bit of a tactical manoeuvre here, bringing the sub on in injury time.
Mark Fleming is coming on, the former Queen's Park Rangers and Brentford player. And Jamie Horton is replaced. It's purely tactical. It'll use up a bit more time. And we are into stoppage time now. But as I said earlier, there might be enough of it for Torquay. Wigmore.
Didn't care where that went in there, did he? Straight out.
Here's Derby. He's got the cross in. Elliott gets it down. Loram will reach it. Can he come up with one of his tricks? He's earned a corner. How can Farnborough cope? Their lead is hanging by a thread in an amazing FA Cup second round replay. Can Power get to it? He couldn't because it was taken from him by one of his teammates, Colcombe. And Dobbins, that's deflected off Baker. Oh! Dwayne Derby had history in the making then.
Just stretching and leaning back as it wasn't the first half. He'd be gutted with that. That was the chance.
Torquay have found a passion that one would have thought was beyond them. The fourth goal seemed almost irrelevant for Farnborough by Brian Broom. Is it going to be the winner? Away by Danny Holmes, but not very far. It's the final whistle. A quite phenomenal cup tie, and the short history of Farnborough Town has a glorious new chapter. Torquay United of the 3rd Division